Steven Spielberg's first summer movie in 10 years, Disclosure Day, is up next on QuipQuest Deep Dive Extra.
The title is terrifyingly literal. The climax involves the heroes taking over a live TV news broadcast to air classified government footage of UAPs, injured non-human creatures and decades of cover-ups, while the entire planet grinds to its standstill watching.
The real U.S. government dropped UFO files on release day. On June 12, 2026, the film's opening Friday, the Department of War released its third tranche of UFO-related files. Conspiracy theorists were convinced Spielberg was in on it.
Spielberg's biggest original opener ever. Disclosure Day beat his previous best for a non-sequel, non-adaptation, and it's his first summer movie in 10 years.
The meteorologist speaks alien on air. Emily Blunt's Margaret Fairchild suddenly begins speaking an alien language during a weathercast. Her psychic abilities awakened by childhood abduction.
Hansel and Gretel is a plot device. One character's cryptic visions, including the fairy tale, lead her to the other protagonists, weaving folklore into an alien conspiracy thriller.
Spielberg calls it the story I wanted to tell before E.T. He conceived the idea years ago as a darker, more paranoid take on First Contact. Only now, in the age of misinformation, did it feel right.
The score is John Williams, but don't expect E.T. magic. The 93-year-old composer's final collaboration with Spielberg reportedly subverts his own classic alien motifs, training wonder for dread.
Production secrets. Spielberg wrote the original story himself, then handed it to longtime collaborator David Knopp, who did Jurassic Park and War of the Worlds to script.
Christy McCaskill-Krieger, the Fabelman's West Side Story, produced alongside Spielberg for Amblin Entertainment.
Shot partially on 70mm for premium large format screens, IMAX accounted for better than 15% of international ticket sales.
The film's near future America is deliberately fractured political conflict, misinformation, and paramilitary agency, Wardex, that surveils and manipulates the public.
Spielberg was 79 during production and reportedly did most of his own storyboarding, calling it the most personal genre film of his career.
Casting secrets. Every single lead is a first-time Spielberg collaborator. Blunt, O'Connor, Firth, Domingo, Russell, except Eve Hewson, who had a small role in Bridge of Spies, 2015.
Josh O'Connor, The Crown, Challengers, had never done action. His reaction to jumping onto a moving train? Cool, turns out.
Colman Domingo said filming Disclosure Day convinced him aliens are real. I look up into the stars every night and I hope that someone's looking out at me as I'm looking back at them.
Bono's daughter, Eve Hewson, reportedly used her dad's actual home recordings of an improvised alien language to help Blunt prepare for her character's otherworldly speech.
Colin Firth plays Noah Scanlon, a shadowy figure, his first major sci-fi role since Kingsman.
Wyatt Russell, Kurt's son, and Elizabeth Marvel round out the cast in key Wardex roles.
Easter eggs. The opening scene is a wrestling match. The wrestlers wear red and blue, a not subtle nod to America's political divide, while O'Connor's character carries world-changing secrets in the stands.
A character hiding in a convent. Eve Hewson's Jane, a former nun in training, is told by a contemplative nun, Elizabeth Marvel, that proof of aliens wouldn't erode her faith.
Spielberg's own childhood is embedded. The film reportedly includes an autobiographical origin story slipped in while he is still around to tell it, closing the book on a fascination that began in his teens.
The alien message, it's deliberately ambiguous. Yet the film's core question, per Spielberg, is Where has all of our empathy gone? Not, are they real?
The final shot. Hugo Domingo brings out one of the only living aliens recovered from war decks, implying human experimentation and leaving the door wide open for a sequel.
Conclusion. For 50 years, Steven Spielberg has been asking one question: are we alone? And at 79, he finally answers it, not with a glowing finger or a bike across a moon, but with a whistleblower thriller built for the misinformation age. Disclosure Day isn't wonder, it's confrontation.
Set in the moment, proof of extraterrestrial lives goes global. The film becomes a 115 million panic attack. Emily Blunt's meteorologist slips into an alien language on live TV, while Josh O'Connor plays the hacker racing to expose an 80-year cover-up. It's Spielberg's biggest original opening ever. A film critics are calling the spiritual coda to Close Encounters and E.T., only stripped of comfort and dipped in dread.
Because the truth Spielberg lands on isn't cosmic, it's human. Disclosure Day isn't about aliens coming for us. It's about what we've become while waiting for them. And that answer is terrifying.